Also, the parents who've defied the government and refused to send their children back to this school after a COVID outbreak. Meanwhile, parents have decided not to send their children back to a school in Oxford after a COVID outbreak, despite the government saying the pupils had to return to class. The parents of 3/4 of the pupils have defied the government directive for Cheney School. Online classes are continuing, even though the government said Year 7 and 11 pupils must go in today. Jeremy Stern reports.
Another difficult week in a hugely challenging term. 25 pupils tested positive for COVID recently at Cheney School. This week, the government decided that Year 7 and 11 children should come back, despite the reservations of the head teacher.
I personally think that head teachers, in consultation with their governing bodies, their staff and their parents, are in a much better position to make sensible decisions for their own schools than central government is. Because after all, conditions vary very widely from one school to the next.
The government's directive was passed on to parents, but of the 540 pupils, just 130 came in today. Sam Jackson's son Isaac is recovering from COVID-19. Although it's not confirmed he picked it up from school, he says he and many other parents believe the government should have stepped back.
The school should be in control of managing the risk from COVID to the students and staff. And if that's taken away, then it is appalling. And there's a lack of trust, really, I think, there with the government to be able to do this properly. And say they're showing their strength of feeling by not sending their children into school today.
The government wouldn't comment on Cheney School directly, but told us education's a priority, adding, "This government has acted in the interest of children since the start of the pandemic." Our regional school commissioner teams continue to support local authorities and school trusts to remain open and help resolve any operational issues. Tomorrow's the final day of term. Year 7 and 11 pupils have been asked to go in. The school says it's up to their parents whether they do so or check into classes online. Jeremy Stern, BBC South Today.